Welcome back to the snowy cabin, where today I'm going to taste, analyze, and pick a favorite island-style lager.
I'm an island boy. Hey, big shout out to the House Brewing Company. They're the best company ever.
In front of me, the boys have prepared samples of 5 island-style lagers for me to sample, rank, pick a favorite, discuss, and so on and so forth. Now, I don't know which one is which. I'm not sure in this tasting if it matters. If you're drinking an island lager, you should be in a place where you shouldn't be thinking about how it tastes. If you're thinking about how it tastes, you're definitely doing it wrong. These are supposed to be clean, drinkable, no-frills beers that you enjoy on the beach. So, let's see if we like them on a cold, snowy Thursday here in New England. Sample number 1. Not bad. Some bready kind of malt characteristics going on. Yeah, I mean, watery, clean, dry. A little bit of like honey flavor there on the finish, but all things considered, not a bad island boy. Sample number 2. Michael didn't think I was going to drop the Island Boys in this video.
Much love.
Sample number 2. Ooh, is this the clear bottle or is this the green bottle? I hope so, because it's got a little bit of that skunky light struck character going on. But there's something to that flavor that's nostalgic because it reminds you of drinking a beer that's in a clear bottle on the beach. Yeah, it's got kind of a stale, skunky thing going on. Definitely like number 1 more than number 2. If you're familiar with these videos though, don't latch on to my first impressions. Many times as I get back to these beers and I start to find their nuances, my favorites evolve and change. So don't take everything I say as gospel as we decide which one we like the most. Sample number 3. These are all at the back end, they're similar. Kind of watery up front, a little bit of malt in the middle, hardly any hop. And then, you know, some of them have a cardboardy flavor on the finish, but they're dry, they're light, they're low alcohol, they're tasty. That one probably has a bit fuller of a body than sample number 1. And again, one point that I want to make here, guys, the beauty of these tastings that we do and the purpose of the channel and the reason that we do this, no one likes all beers the same. And my comment to you is don't let other people or ideas of what you should and shouldn't like impress upon you what you ultimately decide to drink. Sample number 4. This guy is the only one that looks a little bit different. These 3 look basically identical. This guy has a little bit of haze to it. And then this guy over on the right is a little bit darker. But all things considered, they look light and lovely. Ooh. No, 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 no. That might be the worst beer that I've had on the channel. It hit me the worst than any other beer that I've had on the channel. There's something really not enjoyable about this. We never know exactly how these beers have been treated, how fresh they are, whether or not they were cold, refrigerated, how they were handled. I don't like this. Goes back in for another sip. Just tastes stale, oxidized, really not pleasant at all. I often don't pick my least favorite right out of the gate, but I'd be surprised if I disliked any of these more than that. Sample number 5. Kind of excited about this. It looks like it has a little more malt character, hopefully a little more fullness. The nose would indicate that. No hops on the nose of any of these. Very, very light, malt forward, cracker malts. You know, simple stuff on the nose. That one I also don't like. That guy has some butteriness to it, some diacetyl that I'm not really digging. Definitely some malt character on the back end, but in terms of its freshness, it feels stale. Should mention, if you guys haven't noticed the island theme that we have going on today, and you're not feeling like you're hanging out on a Caribbean beach with us, you need to get one of these guys in your man or woman cave because they're awesome, right? It's total vibe. Anyway, back to the sampling. Okay, I'm going back to 1 through 3 because I'm pretty certain that these are my numbers 4 and 5 in terms of which ones I like the most to the least. Going back to 1 through 3 once again. This guy I like. A little bit of honey malt. Simple, pretty dry in comparison. Exactly the kind of beer that I want to crush when I'm hanging out on the island. Sample number 2. This guy has that skunkiness, but it's not off-putting. The rest of the beer is fine. Tastes smooth, simple. It's not cardboardy, it's not stale, it's not off-putting like number 4 and 5, so sample number 2 is not bad. Definitely has some skunkiness to it. Sample number 3. Yeah, now this guy hits me as a little bit sweeter. This is, I think, one of the easier rankings that I've been able to do because I think there's like a broader spectrum of off flavors that develop in the lighter packaging formats that are typically utilized in this style of beer. And I also don't know the freshness level. But all that said, I think that I have my answer. My favorite of this whole sampling, definitely number 1. Numbers 2 and 3 is kind of a toss-up. I like the body and mouthfeel and drinkability of number 2, but I can't ignore the fact that it has a skunky off character. So for that reason, I'm going to make it my number 3. Sample number 3 is my number 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Sample number 5 is my number 4. And sample number 4 is my least favorite. What am I drinking?
From your left to right.
Yep.
Red Stripe.
Red Stripe. So good. So on point.
Presidente.
Presidente, green bottle, right?
Green bottle.
Yep.
Land Shark.
Land Shark. Yeah. I mean, this was great.
Carib.
Carib.
Medallia.
Medallia. From Puerto Rico? Yeah.
Yeah, so Red Stripe is
Jamaica?
Dominican Republic.
Yep.
Jimmy Buffett.
It's from Margaritaville. Carib Lager, I think, is made in Florida. This was a lot of fun. I mean, here I am in a snowy cabin. Here we are in a snowy cabin together on the channel. And drinking these, the whole time I was trying them, I'm thinking I'm sitting in a chair, the sun's hitting me on the face. That's the magic of beer. You have the right beer in the right environment, and it can transport you to a place that you didn't know that you could go. Guys, this tasting was a ton of fun. Frankly, one of the more fun ones that I've done so far on the channel. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed doing it. If you want to see future ones, make sure you get subscribed, leave your thoughts below, and we'll see you on the island.